Good evening. Welcome to CreekboxTV, a sports talk. I'm the host, Alan Hanley. I'm here with my good buddy, Coach Terrence George, the head basketball coach of the Clinch County Panthers. And Coach George, we just got done with football, and it seems like every year you get the short end of the stick, bro. They push it back a month, and I know, and then you spend a month, really all year, trying to catch up on games. I know last year we played Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It seemed like for 2 or 3 weeks, brother. But we've already kicked off the season this year. Is that right?
That's right. We've already kicked off the season this year. It is one of those things that, we do have a very good football program.
That's right.
Unfortunately, for basketball in Class A, having a good football program it's really a downside to basketball. It kind of conflicts, at the beginning.
And it goes right into baseball. We got
right
a few kids
baseball.
that'll step up from basketball and go into baseball.
That's right. So, we just kind of take it and roll with what it is, no excuses. Line up and play basketball. So we try to do the best we can at practice, try to get them prepared for those games and just try to go with it,
And, man, I've been out there at football practice all year, and a lot of people don't realize y'all have been practicing now for the last 2 or 3 months probably out there running, getting in shape with the ones that don't play football.
Right. The first official practice always is like the last Monday of October.
Mm-hmm.
We typically come in about the second week of school and do preseason workouts, off-season training, lift the weights, running, ball handling drills, things like that. So I normally have anywhere around 10 to 12 kids where we are working 4 days a week, all football season long, trying to get ready for the season.
Man, that's good. And what's our numbers look like, Terrence? We got pretty good numbers out this year.
Yeah, still have good numbers right now. We're sitting at, I believe, 22 kids.
Man,
that is JV
good.
and varsity combined. No, scratch that. We are sitting at 26 kids, JV and varsity. So we have 2 separate squads, nobody playing on both squads.
I know your first year when you come over, man, I don't even know if we had enough to play B team.
We struggled. We had kids playing both JV and varsity.
That's right.
Since then, the numbers have increased a bit. We've had some success, and so that's kind of driven the numbers up a little bit.
That's right. And when you make it to Final Four and go deep in the playoffs last 2 or 3 years, man, that's,
Right. It's been exciting. It's been, since I've been with the boys now, this is my 5th year.
Man, it don't seem like it, man.
It goes fast, It
telling
goes
you.
fast when you're having fun.
And you was with the girls how long?
I was with the girls for 9 years.
9?
So, 9 years.
Man, Terrence, you're getting old, brother.
Yes, I'm starting to see gray hair everywhere now.
No, at least you can color that. That's what I tell Tom and them. They ain't got no hair up top. I said, I could color mine now. But how many starters do we have coming back? Well, let's get back to the games. We've already played 2 games, right?
Right.
Wilcox, probably a top 5 team. You were told they're always good in basketball.
Easily a top 5 team.
And we don't have all our players back because we just played a state championship a week ago tomorrow.
Right.
So, did they even go to the Wilcox? Any of the basketball, football players, did they travel with you?
Yeah, I ended up. Now we took them. We had to.
Yeah.
It was one of those situations where
That's a region game.
it's a
too.
region game.
Oh man.
Number 1 boys team hosts region playoffs.
Man.
And so you're looking at that being, money that you draw off the gate, off the concession stand, being a couple $1,000.
Oh yeah. I mean.
So we took those 2 days of practice, tried to get in what we could, and we took the full team to Wilcox to, try to compete and steal a victory. Came up a little short.
Man, it was a great game.
It was a
we
good
was in
game.
it all the way to the end.
All the way to the end. Just came up short, and it's just the downside of, one, just having the number of athletes that play both sports and how football is kind of overlapping with basketball.
And man, a lot of people don't realize because they think, well, man, he's in shape. He's played football. No. There's football shape because when I played football and I tried to play basketball. But there's way you can't even compare the two. I mean, you got to be in, I would say, 4 or 5 times the shape you are in football because the way y'all play now, they don't set up and run the wheel like I did back in the day. It's boom, 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 boom. I mean, you never sit down like the NBA.
That's right. It's very fast paced for the most part. That's kind of like the new style that everybody's playing. So, you try to walk the ball up the court and slow it down. You better have an ability to score in half court, and you better have good size. But we push the ball up and down the floor, so it requires the kids to have to get in good shape. They do come in that first day.
Man,
know,
I
for
can see them football players, man, and all them other kids are getting their second win.
Yeah.
And now them football players are dragging.
Yeah.
You know.
So, that's kind of what we saw, about second quarter of the Wilcox game.
That's right.
And fourth quarter Wilcox game after, rotations. And we saw a bit of that in the second game too, just not really having the legs to play, the style of basketball that we're looking to play.
And man, we went to Wilcox, crowd pretty good. Wilcox
Yeah,
always,
had a pretty decent crowd. We had, several from Clinch County show
Yeah.
up. They had a fairly decent crowd in a new gymnasium. They have a new school
I
over
didn't
there.
know that.
So it looks really nice.
All right,
so,
man.
Had a decent crowd, yeah.
And then for the Irwin game, I'm sure they was probably.
Well, I expected Irwin to be a little more.
I figured
guess,
it'd be packed out.
animated than it was. I think we had a fairly decent amount of people who traveled with us. They didn't have, a crowd that I thought they would have had.
Probably a little hungover from football.
They probably a little bit, yeah. So.
Well, man, we're going to take a quick break, Terrence. We're going to come back and talk some more Panther basketball. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm David Johnson, pastor at Trinity Baptist Church. Man, Jesus has dramatically changed my life, and I want you to know He'll do the same for you if you'll give Him that opportunity.
Farmers and Merchants Bank in Homerville is ready to meet all of your banking needs. With drive-through service, 24-hour ATM, and night depository, we provide the most efficient and service-oriented banking in the area. We are proud to be a part of the Homerville Clinch County community and support all Clinch County athletic teams in their quest to be the best. Go by and see Sam Shaw and all the team at Farmers and Merchants Bank in Homerville to discuss your banking opportunities. Go Panthers!
The Shack Cafe is now open in Pearson, Georgia. For the best breakfast and lunch buffets in South Georgia, check out the Shack Cafe. You can dine in, order takeout, or use our fast and efficient drive-thru. We have a wide variety of meals, sandwiches, and burgers. Oh yeah, and after breakfast and lunch at the Shack Cafe, drive on over to the Country Cabin Steakhouse for dinner. Just off the Pearson-Douglas Highway, we are known for the best steaks and seafood in South Georgia. And don't forget, the Country Cabin Steakhouse can host all of your holiday parties, events, and meals. At Burt CPAs, helping small businesses with their accounting needs is our business. We have offices in Homerville, Waycross, Alma, and Baxley. Burt's professionals are ready to serve you no matter your location. We are your team for accounting, bookkeeping, tax, and financial advice. In Homerville, call firm partner Adam Toll, 912-490-7142. Mike's Golf Carts and Power Sports in Douglas has the cheapest prices in South Georgia and a huge inventory of new and used gas and electric golf carts and off-road vehicles. Mike's also has parts and accessories and proudly serves customers across the states of Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. Whether you stop into our store or shop with us online, we have everything you need for Can-Am, E-Z-GO, Club Car, and Yamaha. 0% financing available for qualified customers. Mike's Golf Carts and Power Sports in Douglas, Georgia.
Homerville Feed and Seed can provide nearly all of your farming-related needs, including seed, corn, bulk fertilizer, herbicides, insecticides, and a large variety of other farm products. Evalie and Nick want to remind you that you do not have to shop out of town to find the lowest prices. Our prices are as low or lower than any of those out-of-town companies. Come by and let the friendly staff at Homerville Feed and Seed help you select the farm products you need at the lowest prices around.
Good evening, welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm Alan Henley, along here with my buddy, Coach Terrence George, the head basketball coach for the Clinch County Panthers. Coach Terrence, we were talking, we've already started this year. How many kids do we have coming back from last year's team? Because we made it, the second?
We went to essentially the Sweet 16.
The Sweet 16. Year before we made the Final Four.
Right.
Sweet 16. What have we got coming back this year?
We only lost 2 kids from last year's team. Tresden Marshall, due to graduating early.
That's right.
And John Mincy, who went on to Tennessee. So other than that, we had everybody back.
Well, yeah, we were actually young. Your
So we were
point
very
guard,
young.
yeah.
We're still. I wouldn't say that we're young because they're pretty experienced now because
Mm-hmm.
they've had a year playing from last year.
Mm-hmm.
So we should be pretty good. Have nice depth. As
Do
well
you on the bench?
on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably rotating the first 2 games. We probably rotated about anywhere from 9 to 11 guys in each game. So we will look to continue to play somewhere around that number unless we have to trim it back to about 7
Now,
8.
Terrence, do you try to do that when you're in a game? I mean, do you you a lot of, man, I used to like Arkansas back when they won the national championship when they used to call it 60 minutes, son. They wide open. And he would always run it, push it, then he would bring in another 5, which if you got 5 that's just as good as your first 5, you can do that. Do you try to do some of that?
Yeah, we try to do that. That is like each year we start out, with player development, trying to develop at least 10 guys so we can alternate and run 5 and 5. And it just depends on how they develop throughout the year if we start to scale that back some. And there are always going to be tight games by which the game's on the line and you may trim that back to 6, 7
That's
play
right.
or something like
And
that.
foul trouble, I mean,
Foul
it helps
trouble,
you
yeah.
all the way around.
But see, and that's why we like to play more. Start out at least trying to get a 10-man rotation, mix and match those a little bit in the beginning of the season. You never know how someone's going to get in foul trouble or have an off night. So we like to have kids ready when in their moment to step up and get an opportunity to play, to always be ready. So I think it'd be difficult to do that if we only just based our rotation on the top 7 kids and
Yeah.
just rotate those. But so we always try to the first anywhere from 5 to 10 games try to work in guys and give them experience.
Well, looking, who's some of the players that you expect to step up this year that's going to be, I know I can't think of his name, the point guard that was a freshman, played
Little
great.
Jeremiah.
I thought he played great for us last year. Got better as the year went, young, had to throw him out there and
Yeah. Well, we call it, we have Little Jeremiah and Big Jeremiah.
and they're actually little and big.
Yeah, little and big. So, for the most part, we expect Big Jeremiah to have the season that he had this summer.
Man, I dunk it every time I touch
Well,
the ball.
he had, he's kind of shown some of that already. He's got to get in basketball shape.
He has gotten aggressive.
Yes.
And, he's maturing a lot, and he got to. He one of the reasons we won state championship. That's how you want him to jump
Right.
up and catch basketball just like he did that football.
Right. So, we expect him to step up this year and have a bigger role in the offense. Little Jeremiah, he was great for us last year. He's off to a bit of a slow start, but we, trying to get him back up to speed. Keyshawn Lee,
Man, he's a good fella. Good boy, too.
Well,
Great.
Keyshawn has
Smart
been
ball
working.
player.
Yes, very good basketball IQ. He wants to be a coach when he graduates.
And
so
he'll
he
be a
plans
good one.
to go into college to be a coach and maybe come back and take my spot in a couple years.
He coached for me at the rec.
At the
park.
rec, even
when
while
he
he
was
was
in
young.
the 9th and the 10th
Yeah.
grade. He coached for me, and the kids loved him back then. He's just a good young man.
Well, he is probably since May. He has been in the gym working. We have a shooting machine. He's been doing drills. He has gotten other players to come with him, and so he's kind of
He's like your leader, like your
organized,
quarterback.
the leader
That's
like we
right.
want. So
Yeah.
there, so many days where I just sat because I had to be there legally, because we can't have him in there in the gym without supervision.
That's right.
So I just sit there and he'd run drills with players. There'd be 8 or 10 of them in there, and they'd be doing all kind of drills. And even to this day, I come in and be like, Keyshawn, let's go, and he gets practice going.
When I come in that PE time, he's out there. They're playing out there PE. Every time and at the rec park down there, they would pick up games this summer and play out at night. There'd be 10 of them out there playing.
Nonstop. So it is almost daily. But yeah, I expect Keyshawn to have a great year. And the good thing about it is he is stepping up to be a leader with it not affecting how he plays as well. So that's
good, man.
So.
That's great.
And then there's several other key guys who will come along and be able to contribute in some way, shape, or form, especially defensive wise. We're looking at D'Antonio Robinson. He's playing this year.
Oh man, he ought to be quick. He ought
Tyler
to be
Moorhead,
Yeah.
Dequarius Holland. So we got a slew of guys who we can throw out there.
Well, man, we're gonna. I want to remind everybody too. Now, CreekBox is set up. You can text CreekBox at 77453 for updates and notifications. That's for our Creekbox Nation. That number is 77453. We're going to take another quick break, and we're going to come back and talk some more basketball with Coach Terrence.
Since 1972, Popeyes has been serving up mouth-watering, delicious, hot, and mild fried chicken and chicken tenders from its Louisiana kitchen. You know about our great chicken, but have you tried our tasty seafood? All of our menu items come with a Southern style all their own. On your way to or after the game, stop by Popeyes and remember we can handle all your special event catering needs. Conveniently located on Memorial Drive in Waycross, Popeyes puts a piece of Louisiana in every single meal.
Camping World of Valdosta, located in Lake Park, is your one-stop destination for all your camping needs. Stop by to see your dreams of quality time with your family become a reality. Whether it's tailgating with your air-conditioned camper, taking a trip to the mountains or beach with your family, or driving your motorhome to a faraway destination, Camping World has it all. Let us put you and your family in a camper for as little as $99 per month. And remember, when you buy a camper from Camping World of Valdosta, you receive a free Elite Good Sam membership, roadside assistance, and travel assist for 1 year.
Well, thank you for tuning in to Creekbox tonight to watch the Clinch County Panthers play. You know, a lot of times we get caught up in wins and losses, but at the end of the day, it's all just a game. The only thing that matters in life is, do you know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? The Bible says that whosoever calls upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Lee Engineering and Construction Company in DuPont, Georgia has been a part of the community since 1935 and is proud to support Clinch County athletics. The prayer of the entire Lee Engineering family is that our Lord and Savior will richly bless our schools, community, and nation. Valdosta Orthopedic Associates has been setting the standard in South Georgia for quality orthopedic and medical care for over 25 years. We don't get to choose when injury or illness will strike, but when they do, the board-certified physicians here will work hard to make sure you recover as soon as possible. Remember, Valdosta Orthopedic Associates has a walk-in clinic where you can get help quick, and special bumps and bruises clinic where middle school and high school athletes can get the best of treatment, even on Saturday mornings after the game. Valdosta Orthopedic Associates, Valdosta, Georgia.
Good evening. Welcome back to CreekboxTV. We're here on Sports Talk. My good buddy, Coach Terrence George, the head basketball coach. Let me tell you, we got our text fixed, and you want to text Creekbox to 77453, and that puts you in the system, and then all you got to do is 77453. But always make sure you put Creekbox first to get started. Me and Coach George was talking about basketball. Man, Coach George, have you changing anything this year than you did last year, offensively or defensively? Do you go in and you say, man, this is my strength with this team, so we kind of need to do it this way? Or do you say, no, this is what we do, this is what Terrence George does, and this is what we're going to do?
A lot of it will stay the same. We have had to adjust slightly because, one, we're losing Marshall, who is much more of a physical presence inside. So we've navigated to a different offensive sets to kind of complement the kids that we have who are not quite as physical as Trez and Marshall was. And so, doing a few things differently. Defensively, we're going to be the same.
That's right.
A lot of pressure in your face, run you up and down the court type, and force you to have to play a sound offensive basketball in the half court in order to score.
Man, I like that because that means there's more dunks.
Yeah.
Sitting there, I always want to see a dunk. And man, we ought to have what you got. How many on the team do you have that can probably? Can Lee do it? He ought to be close if he can't do it.
No, Keyshawn can't. We have two. We have Jeremiah Johnson and Braylon Kinlaw. He dunks depending on what day of the week it is.
There you go. There you go. Man, it wasn't due for me to have been able to dunk. That's all I'd have done. Hey, but man, we're excited. Basketball season's underway, and just hate it because, like you say, we've had to put basketball on hold for a month, and I don't know how many games you've probably lost.
Well, they all got rescheduled.
I mean, so, but when I say lost, you've had to bump them up,
back,
which hurts you just as bad, really. I mean, if you get injured or you get the flu, you know, it's Homerville. If one person walks out of practice, we all got it.
All got it, right.
You know.
Well, and that's the thing, you know, it pushes the season, it pushes game back to back. And
Yeah.
so you end up playing more than the games that you normally would play in a week's time.
And our region's just like football, man. It's just as good in basketball, you know.
You have Wilcox is the top team right now.
You got Turner.
You got Irwin is going to be a solid team.
That's right.
We hope to be a solid team. Lanier is a solid team. Turner is a bit down this year, surprisingly.
Well, they're due to be down. I mean,
Yeah.
they've been so good for the last 10, 15 years.
And I've looked at Telfair. Telfair is scoring a lot of points, so
They always have
they
good
could
athletes.
be surprise team. So every time it comes region playoff time, man, you see some very good games in this region now.
Well, man, we got a game coming, and Creekbox are going to do the game this Thursday in Pierce County. Give us a little bit what time we expect the game to start. And
You should expect the girls will start at 6. Varsity boys to follow that. JV is playing at 4 o'clock.
Oh, so the JV.
So
okay.
we'll have JV boys playing that day. Pierce County will be a solid opponent for us.
Who coaches the JV?
For me
Yeah,
now,
for you.
Tyrone Carter. He is
man,
now
yeah,
my
Tadpole will be, man,
yes.
he's great.
He is my new assistant coach, JV
Man,
coach.
that's good, man.
Coach
You got a
David
good one.
Landers has moved on to Virginia Beach.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he actually left today, so he spent the past 2 games with us, trying to assist
Man,
us.
that's good. And man, he was always a good help to
Oh
you.
yeah,
I mean,
very
he
good.
coached.
Helped tremendously in turning this program around and turning into winning. All of his years here, we were in the state playoffs, so just a tremendous asset.
Oh man, I know you're gonna miss him, but you're also excited to get Coach Tadpole. I mean, when we used to do that men's league.
Yeah, well, I played in it.
Yeah, that's right. Whoever was on Tadpole's team won. He's the only man I can see win the 3-point shot in the dunk contest. Tadpole can roll out on the basketball court.
But yeah, so he's now my new assistant and coaching JV.
Oh man, that is great. I know the kids love him. Pierce County, now they'll be a AAA school.
Yeah, AAA.
So now is there a big advantage in basketball?
Well, they've had a little more time to play because they lost in the playoffs earlier.
That's right.
Or before our team did. And so they had about, 3 or 4 kids that played football that are starters on the basketball team. So they'll be solid. They've played probably somewhere close to 8 or 9 games by now. Look to be winning most of those and scoring pretty high. So it'll be a challenge for us.
Now, have we played them for the last couple of years?
No, we have not played
them. That's what
them.
I was thinking. We didn't play them for
the
the
good
last.
thing is we saw them this summer.
Mm-hmm.
We split with them this summer. They, at VSU at a camp. So we have somewhat of an idea what they like to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we'll try to use that and see if we can get some type of advantage in some way, shape, or form.
Well, man, that ought to be exciting. We're ready, man. There's nothing to do over the holidays. And then we got the tournament coming up. Me and you was at the grocery store the other day and we're discussing I wish y'all had all the games at home. There's nothing to do in Homerville, and it's hard being in a small town. You got people that go on vacation, and it takes, you just don't show up at the gym and play. So it takes a little bit of work to throw a game, and we're going to Pierce, and then we'll come back next Friday, and we're going to Turner. Is that right?
That'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Boys and girls.
Man, that'll be all right. We got, and Joe, I want to give you a shout out to Avery and Annalie. hey, they brought Mama's Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
So Terrence George, they're 2 great children. They're good little basketball players too. So we're gonna take another break, but I want to remind y'all to text Creekbox at 77453. You got to put Creekbox first, and that'll lock you in, and that'll give you the updates and notifications, and that joins you to our Creekbox Nation. So we're going to take another break, and we'll be right back.
Lutz, Brown, Piegler, and Manley Insurance Agency is locally owned, has been a part of the Homerville, Clinch County community for many years. Jeff Brown and Eric Lutz make it a priority to know their clients on a personal basis and take pride in customizing insurance coverage for the particular needs of each customer. They offer all lines of insurance, including auto, home, business, life insurance, annuities, and bonds. Lutz, Brown, Pigler, and Manley Insurance Agency, East Dame Avenue, Homerville. Go Panthers!
Is Jesus Christ your steering wheel or your spare tire? Sadly, for many, it's a spare tire. We go through life not worrying about the consequences to our actions until we get into a bind, then we call on Jesus to bail us out. For others who accept Him as their Lord and Savior, He is their steering wheel. They realize as they walk through life, He'll be with them step by step, guiding them to their final destination, heaven and eternal life. Which one is it for you?
Dairy Queen is a proud part of our local communities and is cheering our sports teams on to championship seasons. Drop by before and after the game to say hello to Mr. Ash and his entire crew and enjoy the full Dairy Queen menu, including our famous grilled burgers, artisan-style sandwiches, and chicken strips. Cool off with our renowned smoothies, slushies, malts, and iced coffees. Try our fabulous desserts and take an ice cream cake home for that special occasion, or just to treat the family. Dine in or take out at Dairy Queen locations in Homerville, Blackshear, Folkestone, and Fernandina Beach. See you at the DQ.
Good evening, welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm here with my buddy, Coach Terrence George, the head basketball coach of the Panthers, and we got a little bit of time. Coach George, we go this Thursday to Pierce County, then we said you come back. Who will we be playing in the tournament next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
In the tournament,
Thursday, Friday,
Friday, and Saturday. Now, the boys will play Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The girls will play Thursday, Saturday. But we'll play, both of us will play Greenville and Mitchell County. That will be Thursday and Saturday. And then the boys will play Worth County Friday. So
do you have any times on the
times?
games?
Yeah, I can text you the schedule. But the girls will start at 10 o'clock on Thursday and Saturday. And the boys follow right after that on Thursday and Saturday. And then the boys will be playing at 4 o'clock on Friday against Worth.
Man, give us an updated schedule, because now with football, I know it gets and then after that, you won't come back till after the first of the year.
Right.
When we go back to school.
We'll start playing at home at that point. First home game will be January 5th. And so finally, we'll be at home. Hopefully we'll have gotten a couple of wins on the road so that we can come back to our home crowd.
Do we jump right back into the region when we
jump
come
right
home?
back in? Yeah.
Well, man, I know why you do them tournaments now, because you got to. Because then you're wasting 2 or 3 region games to get. And you're already wasted a month with your football players. Man, I know that's aggravating. But, you was at the Dome. You're a Panther fan, whether it's golf, playing marbles. We're going to cheer for the Panthers, brother.
Right.
That's what counts. But puts us in a bad position with basketball, but that's a good position to have as long as you're winning.
Right.
Who's some of the top teams in the state in Class A that we need to look out for this year?
Well, I've seen Calhoun looks to be doing pretty good.
Yeah, they're always good.
So you have Calhoun, Wilcox, and I've seen Trutland high up. And so those have been probably the main 3 thus far. Wilkinson,
they're always good.
well, not so much this year. So they
Lord.
seem to be struggling a bit. Have had a coaching change, believe it or not.
Man, good
And
Lord.
so, we are.
They went on like a 4 or 5 year run where they didn't lose many games.
Didn't lose many. So we're just looking to try to get in there and find our place in there as well.
Calhoun's the team that beat us in the Final 4. Right over at VSU.
Yeah.
Now, you said whoever wins region gets to host the playoffs. Will we still, so we make the playoffs? VSU still where we'll go?
Yeah, that will still be the Final 4 as far as I know. I'm sure it hasn't changed, but, I'm pretty sure that's where it's going to be.
But we see Annalise standing up there saying we need to wrap it up, brother. We sure do appreciate having the help. I know Daniel does. Coach George, we appreciate you taking the time, because I know you just got through with practice, and we'll be there Thursday to watch the Panthers play basketball, and maybe we get a big win, brother.
Hopefully we get on track.
All right, we'll see y'all Thursday night at 6. Thank you.